Nikki's terrifying Ian find, Nate and Damien exchange tricks. Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, will get in touch with his half-brother, Damien, and arrange a meeting at the cafe, according to The Young and the Restless, YNR, spoilers preview video for the week of January 6 to 10th. Damien, or at least the man who is now thought to be him, will arrive there with inquiries. Notably, Nathan Owens did not state in his casting statement that Damien was his role. There may be some dishonesty at play here, considering Owens was not called Damien in the 2025 preview information. Why is Owens' character adopting Damien's identity and remaking himself as the Count of Monte Cristo? Would the actual Damien still be out there someplace, having made a bargain with him? Owens has some tricks in his sleeve, even if he is Damien. Although Nate will use his fake story to further his personal agenda, we're dealing with someone who will be a bit of a troublemaker. This guy will sit down with Nate after he has likely introduced himself as Damien and say that it's not often that he receives a cold call offering him a job, much less an executive traveling out to meet him. Nate is adamant about not wasting time when he encounters someone he likes. Nate will go with his plan even if it seems like a poor way to begin a relationship with someone who already struggles with trust. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, will be taken from her hotel room and hidden somewhere else by Jordan, Colleen Zank. It appears like Sharon may wind up in a filthy basement or maybe back in the sewer system. In Y&R's weekly preview video, Jordan advises an unconscious Sharon, "Trust that you're not at the bottom of the river yet." Melody Thomas Scott's character Nikki Newman will be shocked when she returns downstairs to the ranch after hearing voices. Nikki will gasp and demand to know what the hell Ian Ward, Ray Wise, is doing there when she finally gets to meet him. Since Nikki will receive updates about Ian's release from prison and his desire to reappear in Genoa City, this horrific revelation will result in even more awful news. Ian will remain in town despite Victor Newman's, Eric Braeden, warning to leave or face consequences. According to teasers for The Young and the Restless, Victor will make some disturbing predictions about Ian's future, but Ian will not listen, and that will ultimately cost him. The Young and the Restless, Nikki's horrifying Ian discovery, Nate and Damien trade tricks. For decades, The Young and the Restless, YNR, has captivated audiences with its intricate storytelling, deeply flawed characters, and dramatic twists. The week of January 6 to 10th is shaping up to be no exception. With a tangled web of deceit, shocking revelations, and high-stakes confrontations, fans are in for a roller coaster ride. This week's preview teases some electrifying developments, focusing on Nikki Newman's unsettling encounter with Ian Ward, Nate Hastings' risky ploy involving his half-brother Damien, and Sharon Newman's perilous captivity. Nate Hastings and Damien, a battle of wits. Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, is about to step into a dangerous game with his half-brother, Damien. The casting of Nathan Owens as Damien has sparked intrigue, especially since his role remains shrouded in mystery. The lack of explicit confirmation about Owens playing Damien raises questions about potential duplicity. Is this character genuinely Damien, or is he assuming Damien's identity for some ulterior motive? Could Damien himself have orchestrated this deception, staying hidden while his imposter plays the role? These lingering questions add layers of tension to Nate and Damien's meeting. Nate's decision to contact his half-brother and offer him a job is bold but fraught with risk. Damien, or the man claiming to be him, will express skepticism about Nate's motives. He'll point out the unusual nature of a cold call for a job offer, particularly one involving an executive who travels to meet him in person. Nate, undeterred, will respond with charm and confidence, claiming he doesn't waste time when he sees someone he likes. However, this initial interaction suggests a relationship built on shaky ground. Damien is likely to harbor trust issues, and Nate's opaque agenda will do little to ease his suspicions. With both men bringing their own brand of cunning to the table, this storyline promises a gripping dynamic filled with manipulation and power plays. Sharon's captivity, a dark turn. Meanwhile, Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, finds herself in grave danger. Her abductor, Jordan, Colleen Zank, moves her from the dingy motel room where she's been held captive to a new, equally bleak location. The weekly preview hints at Sharon being stashed in a sewer system or a grimy basement, further emphasizing the dire nature of her predicament. Jordan's ominous words to an unconscious Sharon, "You should be grateful you're not at the bottom of the river, at least not yet," underscore the life-threatening stakes. The chilling statement highlights Jordan's ruthless nature and sets the stage for a tense storyline as Sharon's loved ones race against time to find her. This harrowing situation raises several questions. What motivates Jordan's actions? Is she acting alone, or is someone pulling the strings behind the scenes? How will Sharon's friends and family uncover her location, and what toll will this ordeal take on her mental and emotional well-being? Nikki's shocking discovery, Ian Ward resurfaces. At the Newman Ranch, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, will experience a moment of sheer terror. Upon hearing voices downstairs, she investigates and comes face-to-face with Ian Ward, Ray Wise, a man whose sinister past is deeply entwined with her own. Nikki's gasp and demand, "What the hell are you doing here?" captures the shock and fear of encountering a dangerous figure she thought was long gone. Ian's presence in Genoa City is a bombshell. After serving time in prison, his sudden reappearance raises red flags. Why has Ian returned? What does he hope to accomplish, and how will his actions impact the Newman family? Victor Newman, Eric Braden, wastes no time issuing a stern warning for Ian to leave town or face dire consequences. Despite Victor's threats, Ian's refusal to back down signals a brewing storm. Victor's unsettling predictions about Ian's fate suggest that their confrontation will escalate dramatically. Ian's history of manipulation and deceit makes him a formidable foe, but Victor's unwavering determination to protect his family sets the stage for an explosive showdown. The stakes are higher than ever. As these storylines intertwine, The Young and the Restless delivers a potent mix of suspense, drama, and emotional stakes. Nate's risky gambit with Damien underscores the complexities of family dynamics and the lengths people will go to achieve their goals. Sharon's captivity highlights the fragility of life and the resilience required to survive unimaginable circumstances. Nikki's horrifying encounter with Ian Ward serves as a stark reminder of how the past can resurface with devastating consequences. Each character faces a pivotal moment that will shape their future. Will Nate's calculated approach to Damien succeed, or will his plan backfire spectacularly? Can Sharon's loved ones rescue her before it's too late? How will Nikki and Victor handle Ian's threat, and what price will they pay to protect their family? Fan reactions and speculations. The upcoming week's events have sparked intense speculation among fans. Many are debating Damien's true identity and motives. Is he a victim of circumstances, or is he deliberately exploiting his connection to Nate? Viewers are also curious about the extent of Jordan's involvement in Sharon's ordeal. Could she be working for a larger villain, or is she acting independently out of personal vendetta? Ian Ward's return has elicited a strong reaction from longtime fans. As one of Y&R's most notorious antagonists, Ian's reemergence promises to stir up trouble and reignite old rivalries. His interactions with Nikki and Victor are bound to be compelling, especially given their shared history and the high stakes involved. Nikki's horrifying Ian discovery. Nikki Newman has always been a central figure in Genoa City, her life punctuated by moments of triumph and despair. Her long-standing history with Ian Ward, a manipulative and dangerous cult leader, has been a source of trauma and resilience. Ian's reappearance in her life brought back old wounds, but nothing could have prepared her for her latest discovery. Ian's return to Genoa City. Ian's re-entry into Nikki's life came under the guise of repentance. Claiming to have changed his ways, he presented himself as a man seeking redemption. However, Nikki's instincts told her otherwise. She began to dig into Ian's activities, uncovering a trail of deceit and exploitation. The shocking revelation. The breaking point came when Nikki stumbled upon a hidden property owned by Ian on the outskirts of Genoa City. Inside, she discovered evidence of a clandestine operation. Ian had been running an illegal scheme involving the exploitation of vulnerable individuals, many of whom were former cult members. Nikki's horror deepened when she found documents linking Ian's activities to a network of corruption that extended far beyond Genoa City. Nikki's resolve. Determined to bring Ian to justice, Nikki confided in Victor Newman, her husband and perennial ally. Together, they strategized on how to expose Ian without jeopardizing their safety. Nikki's bravery and tenacity were on full display as she confronted Ian, using her discovery as leverage to dismantle his operations. However, Ian, always a master manipulator, had his own countermeasures in place. Nate and Damien trade tricks. In a parallel storyline, Nate Hastings found himself entangled in a high-stakes rivalry with Damien Hendricks, a shrewd and enigmatic businessman who had recently arrived in Genoa City. Their feud combined elements of corporate warfare, personal vendettas, and unrelenting ambition. The origins of their rivalry. Nate's involvement in Newman Enterprises' health initiatives brought him into Damien's orbit. Damien, a tech mogul with a reputation for underhanded tactics, saw Nate as both a threat and a potential pawn. Their initial disagreements over a lucrative biotech deal escalated into a full-blown power struggle. The battle of wits. Damien's cunning was evident in his ability to outmaneuver Nate at every turn. He planted false information, manipulated key stakeholders, and even attempted to tarnish Nate's reputation. However, Nate proved to be a formidable adversary. With the support of Elena Dawson and Victoria Newman, he countered Damien's moves with strategic precision. The tipping point came during a high-profile industry conference. Damien unveiled a groundbreaking technology, hoping to overshadow Nate's presentation. Unbeknownst to Damien, Nate had anticipated this move and collaborated with a team of experts to expose flaws in Damien's innovation. The revelation not only humiliated Damien but also solidified Nate's credibility as a visionary leader. Personal stakes. The rivalry took a personal turn when Damien began to target Nate's loved ones. Subtle threats and manipulative schemes tested Nate's resolve, but he remained steadfast. A pivotal moment occurred when Damien attempted to use Elena as leverage, only for Elena to outsmart him, proving that she was not a mere pawn in their game. The intersection of storylines. The Ian and Nate Damien storylines intersected in unexpected ways. Nikki's investigation into Ian's activities revealed a connection to Damien's tech empire. It turned out that Damien had been indirectly benefiting from Ian's illicit operations, further complicating the dynamics in Genoa City. Nate and Nikki joined forces to dismantle this unholy alliance. Their combined efforts brought together characters from different spheres, highlighting the interconnectedness of the Genoa City community. The stakes were higher than ever as they raced against time to expose the truth. Character growth and emotional depth. The recent developments have allowed for significant character growth. Nikki's courage in confronting her past and Ian's machinations demonstrated her strength and resilience. Similarly, Nate's evolution from a compassionate doctor to a savvy corporate strategist showcased his adaptability and determination. The storylines also delved into the emotional toll of these conflicts. Nikki's discovery reopened old wounds, forcing her to confront the lasting impact of Ian's abuse. Nate struggled to protect his loved ones while maintaining his integrity, highlighted the sacrifices required in the pursuit of justice. What's next for Genoa City? As these storylines continue to unfold, viewers can expect more twists and turns. Will Nikki and Nate succeed in their mission to expose Ian and Damien? Or will their adversaries find new ways to retaliate? One thing is certain, The Young and the Restless will keep audiences riveted with its masterful storytelling and compelling characters.